Hello and welcome to all of you in this Voice PPT. Today's Voice PPT is about a poem that is I Cannot Remember My Mother, which is written by Rabindranath Tagore. But before going through the poem, I want to give you brief introduction about the author, that is Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore was born on 7th of May 1861 and he died on 7th of August 1941 before the independence of India. He is also known by his pen name Banu Singha Thakur and is also called Gurudev. He was a Bengali poet, a writer, music composer and painter. He also composed national anthem of India, that is Jana Gana Mana. He is sometimes referred to as the Bard of Bengal. Bard simply means a great poet. He wrote primarily in Bengali but translated many of his works into English himself. His writing is highly imaginative. It's imaginative and deeply religious. He was awarded the 1913 Nobel Prize in Literature for his work Gitanjali, and in 1913 he was knighted by the British King George V. Tagore returned his knighthood in 1919 following the Amritsar massacre, that is Jallianwala Bagh, in which Indian people were massacred by General Dyer. His collected poems and plays were published in 1966. He is also known for Shanti Niketan, a university at Kolkata. I Cannot Remember My Mother is actually a poem which is about a child who lost his mother at a tender age or in an early age, and he misses her very much. He misses every moment of his mother. He remembers her and feels her presence everywhere, yet he repeats, I cannot remember my mother, probably because he cannot remember how she looks and has just a faint recollection. And the poet gives us vivid and diverse and powerful imagery to depict the feelings and pain of a child who has lost his mother. The child poet says that he cannot feel the presence of his mother as sometimes the tune of that song that she used to hum while rocking his cradle seems to hover over the playthings. The fragrance of shyly flowers and the scent of the morning prayer service appears to be the fragrance of his mother. यानी ये जो पोएम है ये एक बच्चे के बारे में लिखी गई है जिस बच्चे ने अपनी माँ को बहुत पहले खोया और उसने अपनी सारी ज़िंदगी अपनी माँ के बगैर ही गुजारी और ये उसी के इमोशंस के साथ जुड़ी हुई है. इस नज़म में एक बच्चा जिसकी माँ का इंतकाल हो गया था कुछ बातें करता है अपनी माँ के बारे में और ये कहता है कि इसको ये बिल्कुल पता नहीं, बिल्कुल याद नहीं कि इसकी माँ कैसी थी, फिर भी थोड़ी सी यादाश्त इसके दिल व दिमाग पर रह गई है. जब कभी वो अपने खिलौनों के साथ खेलता है तो इसको मालूम होता है कि खिलौनों में से एक गाने की आवाज़ आती है. ये वो गाना है जो इसकी माँ गाया करती थी जब वो बच्चे को झूले में बिठाकर गीत गाती थी और बच्चा सो जाता था. कभी कभी बच्चे को सवेरे सवेरे शायली फूलों की महक इसको माँ के बारे में बहुत कुछ याद दिलाती है. इसको ये बात कुछ इस तरह याद आती है कि जब इसकी माँ मंदिर में सवेरे सवेरे जाकर पूजा पाठ करती थी और और इन फूलों को साथ लेती थी। अपने सोने के कमरे में बच्चा कभी खिड़की के पास बैठ जाता है और ऊपर दूर तक नीले आसमान को देखता है। बच्चे को इस बात की याद आती है कि किस तरह इसकी माँ और बच्चा एक साथ बैठा करते थे और किस तरह इसकी माँ इसको प्यार करती थी। नीले आसमान को देखकर भी बच्चे को माँ की याद आती है। इस तरह ये बातें बच्चे को अपनी माँ की यादें उजागर करती हैं। Actually, this poem is about emotions of a child who lost his mother at a very early age. Now, I will read this poem for you, and after that, I will give you meaning of difficult words which are mentioned in the poem, and then I will give you a brief summary, and at the end I will explain you poetic devices which the poet has used in this poem, and after that we will assess what we have learned. Now I will read this poem for you. I cannot remember my mother, only sometimes in the midst of my play. A tune seems to hover over my playthings, the tune of some song that she used to hum while rocking my cradle. I cannot remember my mother, but when in the early autumn morning the smell of the shyly flowers floats in the air, the scent of the morning service in the temple comes to me as the scent of my mother. I cannot remember my mother, only when from my bedroom window I send my eyes into the blue of the distant sky. I feel that the stillness of my mother's gaze on my face has spread all over the sky. Now, there are some difficult words which poet has mentioned. First word is hover. To stay in one place in the air. You can see this picture, how this bird is floating in the air and how this bird stays in the air. Or you can use it into sentence as some birds hover in the air. Then there is another word, that's rock. Rock, when you will use it as verb, it means move from side to side or from backwards or forwards. Or you can use it into sentence as she simply rocked the baby to sleep, or earthquake rocked the town, or the boat rocked back and forth on the waves. You can use this word into sentence like this. Now, when you will use it as noun, rock simply means music, or we can say Rashid is rock star, is the rock star in our class. Gaze simply means look fixedly. A wondering gaze came from him, or his gaze shifted when he saw somebody. Or there are other words like cast down. Cast down means lift up or pick up. In the midst means in the middle. There is another word, silence. Silence has been used. Now I will give you brief summary. This is a cradle. You can see jula in Urdu. This is a picture of shyly flower. It is common. It is commonly called in English as it's chamomile. It's known as chamomile, or some or in American English its pronunciation is chamomile, but its correct pronunciation is chamomile. It is simply a white flower which is used for for worship in temples. Now, I will give you a brief summary of this poem. A child who lost his mother in an infancy has a faint memory of her. Faint means little. He has little memory of her mother. The poet states that he cannot remember his mother now. However, he feels her presence everywhere, or he feels his presence in his life. When he is in the middle of his play with his playthings, he senses a tune hovering over him. It is a tune of his mother's song, which she used to hum while rocking his cradle. Or playthings means toys, child's toys, or simply toys, or things which are used for pleasure or for enjoyment. Poet says that when he is playing with the playthings, or when he is playing with his toys, he senses a tune, and it looks that his mother is singing for him, and it looks that when his mother used to put him into cradle in order to put him sleep, and he thought that his mother is present here, he simply feels her mother's presence there. When it is the early autumn morning, the smell of shyly flowers floats in the air. Then the poet smells the scent of the morning service in the temple. In that smell, he senses the scent of his mother. When it is early in the early autumn morning, he senses the smell of shyly flowers which his mother used to go for worship in a temple. He senses the fragrance of these shyly flowers, and he sees presence of his mother there. In that smell, he senses the scent of his mother. In that shyly flowers, he feels his mother's presence. When the poet is in his bedroom, he looks out into the blue sky of the distant, into the blue of the distant sky. He feels the silent and protective gaze of his mother being cast down at him from the sky. Her face seems to be spread all over the sky. Poet says that when he looks towards the sky, he feels his mother's presence in the sky, and he says that his mother is looking towards him, and it gives him protection, and he also feels that his mother is showering her blessings towards him, and it gives him more comfort, and he feels protective when he looks towards the sky. Now, the poetic devices which the poet has used in this poem, he has generally used imagery. What imagery means? Imagery, or use of description to create an image in the mind of a reader, is the poetic device used in this poem. Or you can say simply a poet uses an image in order to create perception of this image in the minds of a reader. That's called imagery. Imagery gives us sensory impressions and lends us vividness to the poem. In this poem, the poet creates beautiful images related to sight, sound, and smell. Three kinds of images has been used by the poet in this poem, which are images related with our sight. These are called visual images. Images which are related to our ears are called olfactory or oral images, and images which are related with our smell. Imagery in the poem: visual images, oral images, and images related to smell. Visual images: the child's playthings, it's a visual image. Mother rocking his cradle, you can see how mother is rocking their childs, how mothers are rocking their childs in the cradle. This is a visual image. The blue of the distant sky, this is also a visual image, because when he sees towards the sky, he sees his mother's face in the sky. That's a visual image. Oral image, the tune of some song that the mother used to hum while rocking the child's cradle. It is actually it's a song which touches our ears, that those images which are related with our ears are called oral images. So song which touches our ears, that means it is an oral image. Images related to smell, the smell of shyly flowers, the scent of morning service in the temple, the scent of his mother. These are images related with smell or fragrance. This is assessment, what we have learned. The poem is about the poet's mother, who is dead or alive. You can give answer to this question by your own. The poet remembers everything that his mother would do. Yes or no? What are the feelings that this poem arose in you? Pick out the visual and oral images from the poem. Write a paragraph about 50 words on any one of the following. A funny moment with your mother. Mom always says the morning I admire about my mother. I have put a quote over here. Paradise lies beneath the feet of your mother. It is said by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This poem gives us message that we should respect our parents, we should respect our mothers. We are lucky that we have mothers, and if you will confirm or inquire from those persons who have lost their mothers at very early age, you will feel the difference. So we should respect our mothers. Thank you for listening this video.